to Sweden. Take nothing away from the lofted pass from Henrik Larsson, but a fantastic touch from Zlatan. Stayed down and he's recovered to help his country to the brace. Well, Ibrahimovic still walking gingerly. That's not what the Scandinavians want to see. Well, the Swedes' worst fears are confirmed. Ibrahimovic will leave the field of play due to injury. The rematch of France 98, a star-studded affair awaits in the Brazilians. The world champions seek revenge on Zinedine Zidane's France. Ronaldo seeks redemption. Emerson pulls the trigger. Yes! Brazil are in front. 1-0 to the world champions. It is Emerson who puts a rocket in the RPG, pulls the trigger, and there's a hole in the goal net. France equalise minutes after Emerson's thunderous open up. Lucio and Juan get the lines crossed after Dida does all the work in denying Thierry Henry initially. And it's subdued, Zidane on the volley, is dipping and Wiltord on the follow-up. France have turned it around and it's the unlikely candidate, Sylvain Wiltord. Italy take the lead in Gelsenkirchen just before half-time. Francesco Totti provides the assist, a great pass from the Roma legend. Puyol overestimates it. David Villa with a goal seemingly out of nothing. It looked like the Italians had it under control. Villa's Midas touch we've seen at these World Cup finals. Goal number 7 for the kid. Tony's through. And he does it. Italy are back in front and it's Luca Toni. Every second goal of the game. World Cup fever continues for the hosts. Taking it past Mascherano nicely. Islam, closer, buried. It's buried. Germany are on their way to face the Italians. The final 4 of the World Cup. 2 teams will divide and conquer, challenge for the World Championship in Berlin, and 2 teams will be confined to challenge for bronze in Stuttgart. Welcome to Dortmund for the theatre of tonight's first semi-final. Sweden's World Cup odyssey takes them to the dizzying heights of the semi-finals for the first time since 1994. France denied Sweden the honours of facing their World Cup adversaries Brazil, who not only eliminated them in 1994, they beat them in their own World Cup final in 1958. France are one step closer to their second World Cup final in less than 10 years. The old guard is overseeing the bright young talent very successfully in these World Cup finals, and it's paying off. We're underway. It's Sweden versus France in Dortmund. Willemsen bombing on that left-hand side. Vieira trying to scout. He fails. Ibrahimovic with the first attempt. Will his knee hold up for the rest of this game? Zidane threads it through to Henry. Tried to hit it first time, but Lucic is in the way. Willemsen been one of Sweden's secret weapons on the right-hand side. The pace is paying off. Here comes Willemsen. And Abidal impedes him. Referee blows, points to the spot. And it's bad news for France. A lifeline for Sweden. And it's sad to see Ibrahimovic was an injury out before this game and it's lasted all of 8 minutes. He can't go on any longer, Larsson can, and he slots it past Barthez. And it's bad news for France. Sweden are the underdogs and they're in front. And better yet, they've done it without Zlatan Ibrahimovic. The Blue Girls have their head start. The key here for France is to simply not panic. Still 80 minutes to go to get back into this, and Henry misses that by a few millimetres. France have started every World Cup game bar one, a goal down. The only exception is the South Korea game, so that should be a good omen for French supporters. But Willemsen is a problem maker. Larsson is saved by Barthez, and Marcus Ullbach, Zlatan Ibrahimovic's replacement, has coined himself the super sub, and things are getting dangerous for the French. Marcus Ullbach, the fox in the box for the Swedes. They have 1 foot in the final. Christian Willemsen's been the curator for both of these goals for Sweden. Makelele, he spotted something he likes from across the room. Has a go. Edson is startled in Sweden. Again, the complacent at the back. Drop down to Abidal. It's been taken out from under his feet. Malouda into Zidane on the turn. Wow. He's threaded out into the top corner. Picked that one out. Isaacson, the legend, has returned. Well, the Blues were in deep blue water, and Zinedine Zidane has plucked him out of it. They've got the lifeline. In this case, it's the lifeboat. It's game on here in Dortmund. It's an elegant finish from Zizou. Who else would it be? Now look at the turn of space afforded to the young Frank Ribery. The Swedes are pushing up too much on the left-hand flank, and Henry tries to startle Isaacson first time, and he's denied. All back, the goal scorer flicks it up towards Lundberg. He's just not tall enough. Both of these teams haven't stopped running in this first half. It's very end-to-end. Ribery into the Swedish end, and the scores have been reset. Frank Ribery has made it 2-2. And Sweden's golden ticket to the final has been swept away in the wind and it's airborne. Now they've got to go back to the drawing board. Look at this, Ribery gallops past the defender and buries it past Isaacson. That's a thump. He thumped it. 4 goals in 30 minutes. Remarkable. And it's not over yet. Far from it. As France are about to counter, Ribery is over the top to Henry. Just one task left for him to complete. And does he complete it? France are finally in front. And it's a delivery to the people of France from the king himself. Thierry Henry has chucked it under the body of Isaacson very nicely. He scores these 9 times out of 10. 1-on-1, you put your house on it. The goals are coming aplenty. There's magic on the field at Dortmund. The neutrals are getting their money's worth. And we have a free kick. In dangerous territory, it's Zidane territory. Direct free kick to Zinedine Zidane. Oh, just couldn't bring it down on target. Just over 5 minutes until the end of the first half of the first World Cup semi-final. Anders Svensson searching the back of his brain for a moment of genius, and he's whipped it in. All back does it. The scores are tied again. And the way things are going, we may be looking at a rugby score here in Westfalen Stadium. What a story. Marcus Allback comes off the bench to replace the golden goose Zlatan Ibrahimovic and provides 2 goals of his own, as if there's nothing to sweat about for the Scandinavians. Barthez has frozen in time. And with that, it's half-time. A 6-goal thriller. It's Ribery carrying it forward. Low cross across the face of goal. Nobody home. No water in the pool. Henry, he's surrounded. Maybe not, but his shot is blocked though. Little bit of an aerial exchange between the French and the Swedes. It's dropped to Makelele on the left back. Here we go again. Makelele fires them back into the lead. It's the biggest goal from the smallest player on the pitch with the weakest foot in the field. Makelele's not so good left foot. Well, it's kind of all right here. Andreas Isaacson wasn't ready. It was a positive end for the first half for the Swedes, and now it's a negative one for the second half. Sweden are the favourites for the neutrals here. The yellow team in the yellow stadium, you do the maths on Barthez. Good reactions there. Silvestre shuts that one down. Sweden restart. Back in, and Larsen. A near perfect opportunity. Long ball from Svensson. Lundberg is the target. Another outstanding save from Barthez. Here's Maluda holding the ball up like a pro for Henry to overlap. Now Henry's got the pace to get away from this defence, and he's just took it too early. Just over an hour played here in the semi-final. Bit of wires crossed between the French defence. Barthez to the rescue. Now Willemsen. Oh, glides past Silvestre. Oh, it's just not powerful enough to bother Barthez. Well, Henry won't release it. He's confident in his own ability. Plucked out the sky by Isaacson. It's beginning to look like both teams have used up all their goal dust in that first half. Sweden are running out of time. Have they run out of goals too? Lofted through ball looking for Allback, and Vieira has to intercept like a bodyguard. Zidane granted a break. Viltor, the goal scorer against Brazil, has sent them into the semi-final. Lundberg's corner. Karlström's the target. It was heading wide, but it's been cleared off the line anyway. Now Viltor. Henry, France could break. This may could break now for the Swedes. Sylvain Winter, the man who ended Brazil's career in this tournament. And he's overrun it. Lundberg back on the familiar left-hand side now. What can he provide? It's sent in. Barthez catches it, drops it momentarily. This is momentum to carry them over the goal line if he didn't release. Sprayed wide to Wilhelmsen. That's a good ball. Does nicely to get it past the defender. The cross comes in and it goes nowhere. Wiltord initiates the 1-2. He's back to Sylvain. Cross block. Makelele will lightning strike twice. Now it's blocked by Charleston. Malouda. Henry into the middle. Couldn't set his body right. We're down to the wire. Rosenberg goes down. And it's dangerous territory for France. Lombard. Hell of a chance to take the Swiss level. We are entering stoppage time of the first semi-final. 2 minutes to be added on. Edmonds missed it, and so it's Viltord. Sweden saved by the crossbar. Rather, it's come off Isaacson. Sweden's incredible World Cup pilgrimage comes to an end. Nothing to be ashamed of, but France are back in the World Cup final. It's a case of art imitating life. Italy and Germany drew each other in the real-life World Cup semi-final in 2006. And the only difference tonight is the venue. It feels like the entirety of Germany is with the host nation inside this massive Munich World Cup stadium. Italy have been clinical en route to the semi-final. Germany have been unpredictable. It's an enticing dynamic here in semi-final number 2 in Munich. We are underway. Italy versus Germany. Despite struggling against England, putting away Argentina comfortably, this will be Germany's biggest test of the World Cup, their own World Cup. And here comes Closer, knocking it on to Ballack, and that's been intercepted by Cannavaro. Luca Toni, the tormentor. What's he going to do? And he hits it. Camoranesi, speared by Lehmann and Totti. It's a miss that will make Kevin Keegan blush. Germany moving forward quite well. Ballack into the middle to Schneider. What option? Will he tick? Well, the Frings one was intercepted. And now Andrea Pirlo. Back to Camoranesi. The defense is dispersed. Camoranesi's cross blocked. The shot to Pirlo. Oh, and it's trickled in. What a start for Italy. Not the start the Germans wanted. When Italy take the lead, they're usually very difficult to wrestle the scoreboard back in their favour. And let's take a look at what goes on here. Jens Lehmann is back out in no man's land, and he waters it helplessly roll past him in slow motion. Takes a little deflection off the post and nestles across the line. Germany don't have a reputation for having the same knack that France do for coming back from a goal down. So they've really got to get their act together with the eyes of the world watching. And now look at Tony collects. He's got Camoranesi. No, that's Pirlo. To the right of him, it's Sir Andrea Pirlo. Maybe Italy can get the brace. And this time, Lehmann bravely takes it in the gut. He's a large keeper and he made himself larger than life when it really counted. Closer plays it to Podolski and he does well to evade Alessandro Nesta. Schweinsteiger drills it across the face of goal. Closer. Oh, what a stop on the line by Buffon. Oh, it's dropped down to Camoranesi. He's been busy on that right-hand side tonight. Podolski trying to take matters into his own hands. He's been suffocated. Schneider tries to take over. Germany are 45 minutes away from World Cup heartbreak. At half-time, it's 1-0 to Italy. It's Totti. Tees it off to Tony. Low and hard, not hard enough. It's Tony out wide. Really should be the target, man. Into the middle towards Pirlo. Shot blocked and Totti tries to chip and Lehmann panics anyway. Italy's corner swung in. We are 1 hour into the second semi-final. Now Closer lays it off to Schweinsteiger. Gets something on it and it's enough to make Buffon work. Schweinsteiger's delivery finds a header Ballack. Closer. Podolski trying to hold it up. Now Closer through. Here's a golden opportunity. And Buffon stands his ground. Germany building a bit of momentum here. They're creating chances. Podolski gets around Nesta nicely. Schneider to Podolski. Italy is slipping at the back a little bit now. Closer. Oh, and again Buffon slaps it away. Gianluigi Buffon saves are getting a lot less comfortable in this second half. Just over 10 minutes left. And another poor conversion from the cross. And Doncourt to Podolski. Closer threads it through. This is it. This is the chance for Germany. Podolski is blocked. Closer on the follow-up. Germany have reset the scoreline with 10 minutes remaining. Well, if the first half belonged to Italy, Well, the second half certainly belonged to the Germans. They grew and grew as the time elapsed. Podolski, nearly the hero, and Buffon defiantly saves. He's blocked everything the Germans are throwing at him, and he takes a tap in closer. He slipped on his way. He's able to convert with the precision. The accuracy that's made him a legend around these parts. Now Italy are coming forward with a vengeance. I think that equaliser's made them angry. Totti. The onslaught is relentless. Germany just got to hold on for 2 more minutes to play half an hour of extra time. Oh, Gilardino nearly pulling the plug on Germany's World Cup life support. Now Pirlo trying to follow up whilst the momentum is hot. Nesta in an advanced position. Italy are going all out. Gattuso, what option will he pick? Camoranesi, Totti, and he's lost it. The crossbar lies between Italy and the World Cup final. Last roll of the dice for the Italians. Germany just got to hold on. Perotta switches the play. Camoranesi running after it. He's kept it in. Into the mix-up. Frings can't get rid of it. Tony has done it. Germany are dead. Luca Toni silences the Germans. Munich has been muted. This is what cruelty looks like. Germany held on by their fingertips, and Frings is unable to deal with the danger posed by Luca Toni. And he has scored in every one of Italy's knockout stage fixtures. Toni the terrorizer. There's a few seconds left for a potential Munich miracle. David Aloncourt has to carry it forward, has to get it in there. Nobody home. Schweinsteiger keeps it alive. He's into the mixer. Closer knocks it back to Podolski, and he's soaked up like a sponge. Germany are out of their own World Cup. For hopes they would make a final that had their name written all over it against France. Art has imitated life. It's going to be France versus Italy. Well, there's always the unfortunate formality of the third place playoff to go. It's the game nobody comes to the World Cup to play in. Sweden finished third in 1994. They'll be hoping to do the same here in Stuttgart. The last time Germany finished third was in 1970. Nice long ball looking for Gerald Asamoah on the volley, and he's going to be offside anyway. Hitzelsberger, he can hit them. And it's a comfortable save for Isaacson. Borowski forward to Asamoah. Neuville is through, and he hits it first time. Oliver Neuville. It's a bright start for Germany's World Cup swan song. A key player 4 years ago in Korea, Japan. It's a nice touch to see him back on the World Cup score sheet. Now Rosenberg waiting for support. Allback is there in the middle. Marcus Allback just pulls it wide. Karlström, that's a very nice pass to Rosenberg, and he slips it under Oliver Kahn. Sweden have equalised. They have this never say die attitude that's followed them all the way into the third place playoff game. They have become a very enjoyable team to watch in this tournament. Now just before half time, Sweden and Germany remain deadlocked. Asamoah lays it after Hitzelsberger. That's a nice one. Finally, an excuse to use the pun. Hitzelsberger can hit them. Very nice team goal from Deutschland. And they get their send-off back on track. The third place playoff is usually an opportunity for the reserve players to be thanked for their perseverance and patience, and they get rewarded for their hard work and training for an actual start in the game. And even this German bench has some talent that might serve them for years to come. Now Kai lays it off to his Dortmund teammate Adoncourt. Yes! Well, David Adoncourt has been a bit of a wild card for Germany in this tournament. It's nice to see him on the goal for his contributions. The comparisons to Theo Walcott pre-tournament, England took Walcott while Germany took David Adoncourt for the same reasons. Well, Germany's defence has gone AWOL. Here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's unfortunate. Would have been nice to see him back on the score sheet after missing a crucial semi-final. Now Kai to Borowski can smell a German counter-attack brewing, and it's closer. Can he get one step closer to Via's record? No, not if Isaacson has anything to do with it. Well, Germany get the bronze medal. They finish third. It's a fitting send-off, and Sweden can go home proud with what they have accomplished as rank outsiders. Both of those incredible World Cup semi-finals are in the books, and art has imitated life. France will take on Italy in the World Cup final. I'm sure many will be sad to see Sweden go, and the question remains, what might have happened if Zlatan Ibrahimovic remains fit for the semi-final against France? And now only Thierry Henry can block the presentation of the Golden Boot to David Villa. With one more game remaining, it's just a World Cup final, it's no big deal. Now let's be honest, who could have predicted that in PES 6, France and Italy would fulfill their destinies and cross paths once again in the World Cup final? Will Zidane hold his nerve this time and achieve the fairy tale ending we all want for him to win the World Cup in his final game of his career? Or will this fine generation of Italian players provide the perfect distraction from the Calciopoli and lift the World Cup? Well, what journey we've all been on. We are nearly there, just one game remaining. There's a bonus goal of the tournament episode to come midweek, so I'm looking forward to reading your votes. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed and joined the community. PES 6 will never die. I know we got a lot of Italian fans in the community, so I'm sure they're glad to see the Azzurri in the final. Let me know your thoughts and predictions, and I'll see you in Berlin.